In 2001, the American rock band Blink-182 released their fourth studio album, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Due to the success of their previous album, Enema of the State, the band was pressured by their record label to make music that sounded the same in order to keep the interest of fans. It reached #1 in the US Billboard 200 and went double platinum. Due to the success of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Blink was given more creative control for their next album. In the past, the band would write and demo their songs before entering the studio, where they would record one instrument at a time until the album was finished. But in 2003, they rented a house in San Diego and converted it into a studio so they could experiment while recording. The songs recorded during this time would become their Untitled record, and their last before the band broke up in 2005. Behind-the-scenes footage was recorded and posted on the band's official website. Some of the footage would later be condensed into an MTV special titled Album Launch. Today, we're going to watch that MTV special, and I'll be providing commentary throughout the video. So let's begin.
What's up? I'm Mark from Blink-182.
Oh, hi, Mark. Alright, so I already told you that this is a little documentary that MTV put out using the extra footage from whatever. And,
this family wants their home.
yeah, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've seen this. I've seen it quite a lot. But the point is, I've been wanting to record this commentary for this video ever since I started the channel. Like when I started the channel, this is what I had in mind. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna just delete the channel. I'm not even gonna upload the video. I'll just be happy.
Long story. It feels like this record is taking forever to record and write. It's a story about friendship.
I'm gonna miss you, Travis.
I wish somebody fun would show up.
You guys going for some fun? About the creative process.
So fucking dumb. So something fun that you're gonna notice about this. Well, not really fun, but you're gonna notice it. Like, you're gonna see the transition of Tom, like from 2001 Tom, well, obviously 2002. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. That era of Tom slowly morph into like emo Tom. It's gonna be so fucking funny. At least it is to me. Probably not. You probably won't give a fuck, but I find it funny. So let's enjoy this together.
We all had an idea of recording in a house a few years ago, but it never really worked out. I think everyone was scared to death. But this time we just said that we're going to do it, and we moved into a house that a family lived in, and now we're surrounded by all their photos. We feel guilty every time we run around naked and do weird things to our bodies.
So they did rent this house, and they actually had pornography on the TVs playing 24/7. They rented it over and over through pay-per-view. And Tom reckons he spent
Really done much with
like $1 million on porn alone.
Do stuff that was creative.
So that's where a large portion of the budget went to. Another portion of the budget went to marijuana. They had a, they're not going to show this in here,
Individually, me and Tom.
but in the garage, they would just
Happened to me personally.
like just get fucking destroyed on pot.
And that's what Boxcar Racer was.
Does that even make sense? Destroyed on pot. They would just get really high, okay? And yeah, that's what would happen. Oh, so there's the band Boxcar Racer, the one that kind of
United with a girlfriend.
made the band break up. We'll talk about that later, probably.
To take what people think Blink-182 is and completely destroy that and rebuild it in something really different than it's ever been. I want people to put this record on and go, wait a second, that's Blink-182? Ready for action. We've never had the time to just sit around and be creative, and we're fortunate enough right now that we can take over this house and try different ideas and try different sounds, and we're demoing everything right now.
Yeah, I know that wasn't porn, that was Animal Crossing, but
And it's really allowed us to expand.
they're not going to show you what's playing on the other TV.
Any record I do, I'm going to treat it like it's my first record. And even as our band, like I was like, let's just pretend this is our first record. That way we're not worried about anything, we're not limited, we're not like, people don't expect anything, but we're just doing whatever we feel like at the time. So that was me flowing. I was speaking with my drums.
The hardest thing,
Okay, so listen to the guitar here.
it's got to be the very first day you walk in and you sit down and you pick up your guitar, you're all, I have an idea for a song.
That's the song Up All Night that would later be used on the album Neighborhoods when the band got back together.
Let me pick it up.
The album came out in 2011. So even you can even see it here.
What you're hearing.
I'm trying to see if they were. You could hear it again. I don't know.
You're hearing with their ears. So you have to somehow ask them to get inside your head. But I think we're all playing. I like it on the bass. I like it on there. I should do stupid like in that song.
So they literally carried off where they left off. Does that make sense? They literally carried on from where they left off when they got back together to make music again with
I usually record my drums.
Neighborhoods.
This time I'm hanging out through the whole recording process.
I mean, granted, it was just a B-side that they fucking didn't even finish during this era. But still. So this is just showing them like demoing shit, trying to think of ideas to come up with. Think of ideas to come up with. Yeah, that's great English.
Energy up because
Good.
You're in a studio, and people think that recording is like this big party where everyone just rocks out, there's microphones, and all of a sudden there's an album, but it's really a lot of, you know, sitting in a chair, listening to playback, doing things over and over and over again until you get it right.
How's that?
First world musician problems.
1, 2. Hey, test 1, 2. Silence. Silence.
See, so look, we still got take off your pants and jacket style Tom.
You know what recording is like?
Backwards hat.
Recording is like doing this.
Oh, well, now he's fucking up my methods here because we got the yellow shirt.
Oh, one more time, mother in the wind. So you're right. You're out of key.
Silence don't mean a thing.
Play it faster. Play it slower. This sounds ugly. It's a horrible melody. What the am I singing? It sounds like the devil came in through my butt and came out my mouth. Silence!
Perfect.
I'm not feeling any of the that I'm doing. Not bad. Yeah. It's nowhere as good as like the music. I sound like a dork.
Let's just go on a new song and come back to this.
I just quit.
We'll be driving in our car one day and it'll come to us or whatever, you know? I feel like my spirit's being broken over the camel's hump today.
So now we got like emo Tom slowly peeking out.
I want to start recording the actual record and stop demoing. I've been here 2 months and we haven't actually laid anything down on the tape. I want to start laying stuff down on the tape. I'm ready to start recording. In about a week or so, our producer's gonna come on down.
So Jerry Finn was their producer from Enema of the State all the way to this album. So 3 albums, but I mean, arguably the band's biggest 3 albums. And unfortunately he died back
And we're getting ready to.
before the band got back together. I think so.
That's Jerry Finn.
So he wasn't ever involved with Neighborhoods.
You're putting something together when you're a child, and your dad or your mother sitting over you going, okay, do this. They're kind of like telling you the steps if you get lost.
And then you stop. And wait for the 1, and then you start over.
But he's done a lot of things. He did Dookie.
Member of Blink-182.
Actually don't know what else he did. I just know he did Dookie in this.
Producer in that he comes from a really strong musical background. He grew up playing in punk rock bands, and so he understands music and he understands how a song should be structured. Okay, I'm gonna record that.
Perfect beat for that, Travis. That's great. Just keep it like that.
Let's keep doing it. That sounds cooler than the other thing.
Nah, it'll never go anywhere.
Seriously. A little bit better.
It's okay.
See, look, you can see the porn. Now here, it sounds so out of place because we know the regular version, but listen to Mark's singing for this. High pitch did just not work for this track.
I need somebody and always. This 6 string.
They kept him the same.
We all had exactly a clear vision of where we wanted to take our music. The songs are a lot more diverse, and there's a lot more emotion in the songs.
It's a Yed.
It sounds pretty cool, man. It's just, I feel so cocky right now. Yeah, that song rules.
That's cool.
It still had demo drums on there. It wasn't the final drums.
And I think they're great, so I mean, you know, 2 great songs, now all we gotta do is record a bunch of and throw it out. We're golden.
That's how it works.
The people that we are renting the house from, they want their house back. There's no way we're gonna move out of here. They're just gonna have to kick us out.
So I'm being so quiet, like I'm just like really into this. I should really be providing more to this.
Time to go record the Blink record.
That's something Tom liked to do quite a bit back then.
Perfect world. We'll finish the record in 3 months, maybe 4 months. But this time we're building each song individually, you know, doing drums, guitar, bass, singing, adding more things, and then starting on the next song, and maybe going back to the first song later on and trying all this different stuff out. So who knows? It might take 5 years.
And there's Mark's bass. Its name is Lettuce.
16, I wanna be different.
It's actually the bass he recorded the complete album of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket with.
Pictures they do what I wish they would do.
I don't know what that other one's called.
If you're playing it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Now Travis is about to leave on tour with the Transplants, so he works with us from noon to 6 every day. Then he goes to Transplants rehearsal.
See, me going on the Transplants tour is going to put things behind a little bit. Well, hopefully we'll be done with all our songwriting. And it sucks. I mean, I'm leaving. There's nothing I can do about it, you know?
What'd you say?
I'm going on tour. There's
You could just cancel the tour.
What I plan on doing is, like, getting a bunch
You know, like you do with the recent Blink tours. Okay, no, that was bad. No. Okay, I take that back. Obviously, the Blink tours have been canceled. For those of you that don't know, right now, literally an hour ago, they had to cancel some shows because Travis has fucking blood clots in his arms.
My kid gets up at 4:30.
So that's understandable. We don't want the man to die.
I'm here at the studio till midnight. So I have to catch up on my...
But if you're watching this commentary like years later, that doesn't matter, does it? Just know shows were canceled, okay? Oh, perfect. You know what? Forget Travis's drumming. Let's just keep Mark.
winners. That was very creative.
I'm gonna miss you, Travis. Every day you should call and leave a message for us, and then we'll play it when we get here play it on speakerphone. What's up, you guys? It's Travis. I'm in Detroit tonight. Just miss you guys. I hope you guys are making a kick-ass record. Things like that. It would help me out.
Send nudes.
The recording is so slow. We worked for...
How slow is it?
What we did was try different guitar sounds, different guitar cabinets with different heads, different guitars with different strings, different this with different that, different microphones, different microphone placements, different everything.
All the fun stuff.
3 hours, and we haven't actually started recording guitars yet. It's a lot of work to get the guitar sounds right.
Guitar sounds awesome. This guitar sounds awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the people that we are renting the house from, they want their house back. I don't think that we're going to be done in time for them to come back and take their house. There's no way we're going to move out of here. They're just going to have to kick us out. Today we pack up and move to the new studio.
But we will be moving.
Oh man, they barely spent any time here.
Studio, we will write awesome songs.
So yeah, this is where they finished the album. I mean, for the most part, they did some other stuff in other studios, like in LA, but...
How it's going to go, Tom? For real, show them the real part that you're about to record.
This is my lick.
Show them the guitar part you're about to record.
This guitar guitar does not sound good.
Look at his guitar. They had to blur half of it out.
The thing's gonna hurt you.
Just because it says cock and fuck on it with marker.
Did he tell you what's gonna happen when these days? It's gonna spring off and break your other hand.
No!
Yes.
It will. It'll be a big shocker if you're playing.
No. 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 No! Would it really break my hand?
Yes.
He actually used that guitar during the Pop Disaster tour.
You're gonna break his guitar. It's so cool.
And now it's just being smashed to shit.
What's Travis? How you doing, man?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
When Travis took off, we had so much work to do. We had like 6 songs. We were kind of...
Oh, now we got Emo Tom.
When he came back, we still had 5.5 left to go, so it's like, didn't even matter.
Oh man, photo shoot already. So like at this part, it's crazy how like the photo shoots, not necessarily for Tom.
The only thing that's ruining the photos is that.
You guys got a camera over there? You do have a camera right here. Hello.
Like, Mark didn't really even find his look until like 2004 when he came out with like the pink spiky hair and just everything pink. Oh god, I missed that look. That look was fucking amazing. But he didn't find that look until for quite some time. Tom, you can see during this, he's like discovering what he's gonna look like. And Travis, just always, you know, the same. He's just Travis. Like a shirt without sleeves. I don't think I've ever seen the man in a with sleeves on.
We'll probably be really good.
Well, of course I have, but still, you know what I mean.
We were asked to do some shows a long time ago. We said, hey, yeah, let's book those shows because it's going to be so far in the future. We'll be done with our record. It would be no big deal. Well, what happened was the record was taking way longer than we thought.
What's today, Tuesday?
Yep.
We have 2 more days here. We have to do all Roger's stuff and all the rest of Travis's drums.
Okay.
And there's no way that we're going to get all that done in 2 days. We're trying to finish up the record. We have these shows booked. And to have a record out by a certain point, we need to finish it by a certain point.
Well, we got the Cure song, and Travis wants to do 2 more songs from scratch.
Yeah, right. I don't see that happen. Are you serious?
See where all these like red lines are?
That's when we're gone.
That's when we're gone. So we're right here now. So obviously we're up here. Then we go to Pittsburgh for those 2 days. We come back and we leave for.
I want to see.
We have 4 more songs we're doing.
I know. Is that gonna be? Are we gonna be able to do that?
It's really down to you guys finishing lyrics so we can do vocals, which you two seem to be dragging your feet on. So I think if we
Snap. Shots fired, Mr. Finn.
and then we do all the other overdubs and singing,
Right.
there's a chance we could get it done.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
After the break, does Blink-182 have enough time in Los Angeles? I said a good bad time. Yeah.
Up ahead on album launch.
We need to finish this album. That's what it comes down to. We need to finish this record.
We had missile warnings in aircraft today that we were flying to Kuwait. You know, I didn't know if I was always going to come home.
I don't think I've ever seen Travis mad. I don't think he's capable of getting mad. They had him on MTV Punk'd before, where they tried to fuck with him, and he didn't really even get that mad. Oh man, look at that bass! Fucking Zig Zig Sputnik bass.
We had these shows, and so we didn't know if we were gonna have, like, if the show was gonna have to get canceled, or if we were gonna have to postpone the album, or what.
We are at Burbank Airport, getting ready to go to Canada to play a rock show. But we're gonna go rock the Canadians and make them forget about the deadly disease that's taking over their country. We played a show a year ago. We practiced 3 times. Are you nervous? No, because we're used to not being good.
That's the mentality that you should have, Tom. Thousands and thousands of people spending millions of dollars to go see you guys. And you practiced 3 times in a year. That's good. Now, if you listen to some of these shows, you can tell they did not practice. They used to really suck live. Like, they did so, like, during Enema of the State, they were really fucking good live. And then they were just garbage, like during Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. And even a little bit during this, although they got a little better. This sounds fine. But I'm allowed to say that. I'm a big Blink-182 fan. But I can admit that some of their live shows from this time sounded like fucking garbage.
Live shows. We've been in the studio.
I have some bootlegs. I will upload them. And you will cringe. They sound fucking awful. I have one of Tom playing, I think in, no, I don't know where it was. It was either Canada or Chicago.
On top of our game.
And, oh god, I'll just upload it, don't worry. But it's fucking bad. So here, I don't know why exactly, I mean, not a bad thing or anything, but they went onto a Navy ship and they played a show.
Scary trip in the Middle East. I thought I was going to die the whole entire time. When you get launched off a carrier.
Now there actually is a recording of the show that they did, and maybe I'll do commentary on that. I don't know. I don't know what I could possibly say during a live performance of this. Maybe I'll give it a go.
And when I say bad dream,
because I haven't even watched it yet.
We had missile warnings in aircraft today that we were flying to Kuwait. You know.
So it'd be an excuse for me to watch it. That's basically what this channel is. It's an excuse for me to talk about bands I like.
That are in the armed forces.
Or to watch shit. I mean, like I told you, I've seen this a bunch of times already. But now I have an excuse to watch it. Back to work.
The pressure's definitely on, you know? We need to finish this album. That's what it comes down to.
Nah.
And we haven't been doing it lately. But Jerry wanted to do...
Oh, I love those charts.
What's the 80s song called? Always?
I like how the lyrics are written on a little piece of paper. But, like, now they just... I mean, Marcus said this. Now they just write it all on their phones or iPads.
So basically,
so there's our producer Rick DeVal. He was the
so much stuff going on.
Soda clerk or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and the Damn It music video. So he's the guy that was serving the popcorn, and he was also the naked guy holding the sign in the music video for All the Small Things. Very helpful.
I don't know what this is.
I'm telling you right now.
I'll tell you right now, you have my lyric book.
This is my book. This is my book. Back off. This is why we have problems. You know, why we can't get done on time.
Did you realize the credit sheets that I've been here for the last 3 days trying to get, he just ripped up?
Rip up everything. They dismantled our meeting. And this is what happens. Rappers don't do this.
At this point, it's really picking up. The whole machine is starting up, and we're trying to finish the record.
I don't want to have to do all the press and all the pictures, but we're going to do it. And so now we're going to start doing press all over the place. But you know what? It's good, though, because we really want to tell people what we're thinking.
We'll do international press where you sit in a hotel or...
I love Travis's mohawk at this time. It looks so fucking rad.
Really good interviews. I think a lot of people are really interested about the new record and really excited for the change.
Listen to this joke.
And they've been asking good questions. In the past,
Tom's reply to a question here.
Tom, you've been so handsome for so long. How does David Hasselhoff compete?
It's cool.
It's coming up somewhere, but it's so bad. It's like...
So I'm not mad at that. I think I love that.
It's just disgusting, but it's hilarious.
Like our most aggressive song on this record, and we probably wrote our slowest, darkest song on this record.
Okay, your French interview is ready whenever you are.
I am ready right now. There she is.
What is the best item you've ever splurged on?
Best?
And this
Lips. What?
This one, you guys answer to me instead of the camera.
Kisses on the lips.
Like, just imagine saying that to a journalist.
Breaking point right now. He's talking about erections. That band over there, I'm not in. I'm in this band. Hi.
I'm not going to point out the irony in that. So good. Ooh, vocals are different there.
That's rad. That sounds really cool. Sounds really cool. I like it a lot.
Last day.
Today really kind of is the last day in the studio. Oh yeah, a little nervous maybe. Maybe a little nervous to know that we have to send our little boys off to school to say, hey, hope we raised you right. Hope that you're a good little person. Hope you can deal with all the problems that are out there in the world. That's what it's like sending your songs off.
I will be so happy to have the record finished and be coming out, but at the same time, we have to come up with the enhanced CD-ROM, finish the artwork, pick the single, and shoot the video, and that's all in the next 2 weeks.
They're always really good at coming up with a first single.
The finished package, like
usually, anyway.
People, I work really
hard. I think that something I've noticed is let me try to think about this.
Coming up on album launch.
You know what? Never mind.
Big fans of David LaChapelle. Everything he ever does is really sexy and really horny.
I'm gonna have a baby tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys in 2 days.
Say hello, everybody. So my name is Landon.
So this is enhanced CD shoot. I mean, I know I just said it, but this is like a little series of some music videos that they recorded for the album. Like they would put it on the CD. So if you put the CD in the computer, you would get this extra shit, along with some stuff like that they did on the Navy ship as well.
do our CD enhancement.
With the enhanced CD, it's like 20 something.
I honestly don't think I've ever even seen like the enhanced CD in its, you know, all in one go or anything. I've probably just seen like bits and pieces of it. Because when this album came out, I think my computer was too shit to run this CD. And then later on in the future when I tried it, I think that the CD wouldn't work because the computer, like I had a newer computer, and that was like too up to date to run something that was so old. So I've never been lucky enough to actually watch the fucking thing. But I've seen bits and pieces, but it's not good enough for me. I need to see the fucking thing. I'll get to it one day. Hopefully. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I'll die tomorrow.
Come on, you guys, sit down. We're gonna sing.
It's a possibility.
There's a couple things that happen in our band. I mean, when we first had our first amount of success, things kind of spun out of control and we didn't have control of anything and people would run with stuff. We would show up places and see how we're portrayed and it wasn't the way we wanted to be, you know, but we didn't have control over it.
I think that on this record we've really wanted to keep everything very close to us because this record is so personal to all three of us that we really wanted to be involved with every single aspect of it, from the enhanced CD stuff to the songs to the photographs that we have. Everything about our band now I just feel is really legitimately us. I love the look of this picture and I think you look cool in it.
It's cool and it's our band.
I think you look kind of cute.
How we want to.
I usually provide a lot more commentary for these things. In case you're new to the channel, just stumbled upon this through Blink.
That was a big photo, obviously.
But they're talking a lot here, so a lot of it they're just explaining what I would say. So I'm just leaving it to them, I guess.
Going up to the rooftop.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that this commentary is pretty shit, and I know that.
When we first started talking about the video, David LaChapelle was
looks like Quentin Tarantino. Look at him.
has this
Looks like he's okay, maybe not. Well, he did look like him for a moment, so that's good enough for me.
We wanted it to feel different.
Maybe they're related.
It's really sexy and really,
maybe not.
Really horny.
Kids are going crazy. They're naked, like half naked. They have like tattoo symbols on them. It's pretty amazing.
Gotta regret right now. I'm feeling it. The air is so cold and low.
On the
As far as like a first
on the oh man, I can't even remember. There's some versions of this album that have different special features on them, like stuff that wasn't on the enhanced version. And one of them is like the making of this video, which I've yet to watch. I have it, but I haven't seen it yet because it's for Region 2 DVDs. And even though I'm living in the UK, my laptops are Region 1, so...
around the country.
Mark and Tom are in San Diego listening to mixes.
I know you give a shit.
Through an ISDN line.
What would you call it, Alan?
It comes out of their board, and everyone can hear it in the studios. Studios in Los Angeles, studio in San Diego.
There you go, and that's what we're doing right now.
The wonders of the internet, you know, it's not just for pornography. You can actually do productive stuff on it. Hi, how are you?
We'll see about that.
Who's over there today?
Here in San Diego is Mark and Tom.
Dynamic duo.
And do we have another connection today, or is it just us?
Yeah, we should have another connection with Chalice in LA.
Jerry? Travis?
Yeah, we're right here.
Can we hear it back one more time just real quick? Sorry. The end bit, yep. Yeah.
I think the song sounds fantastic, by the way, but I just want to hear more attack from the drums. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That'd be badass.
Something drummers always say in the studio. No matter who it is, the bassist, the guitarist, no matter who it is, when they hear the mix, they're like, you know, I just want to hear my instrument a little louder, you know?
I'm sure I'll hear it the following day.
Okay.
So, I'm going to have a baby tomorrow.
Oh, look at the little camera, the disposable camera.
I left my house that morning at like 5 in the morning.
Such a simpler time.
8:19.
Just think, they didn't even have smartphones back then.
Landon, that's my girlfriend.
They had little shitty candy bar phones.
Today's the 10th, and it feels like I had him a year ago already. And I've completely forgot about our record. Man, I've never been a father before. I'm still a kid, you know? She's still a kid too, that's what's crazy. That's gonna be one of the first things he wears when he's this big. I feel way different now that I'm a dad. The minute you have that baby, like, I don't know. I was so careless, I didn't care about anything. And now I drive better, and I don't know, I think about everything like 100 times before I do it, you know? Say hello, everybody. Say my name is Landon.
Close. Oh man.
It gets mixed. It's the final phase of the recording procedure, and we had literally hours to turn this thing in to have it come out on time, and it was crazy stressful. It was not rad to have that happen after you spend a very long time making a record.
No, wasn't it?
Part of the factor. I mean, we took our time, and when it came down to the last stretch, it just ended up to be the polar opposite of that, and it was just like, run for your life and get this record to the factory.
I don't think that there's time to even mix another song tomorrow.
It's got to be done today. There's no way they're going to get
Tomorrow's Thursday. We have to. The thing has to be totally done tomorrow. Just ship to the plant on Friday. The original due date got pushed back, and then it got pushed back and got pushed back again, to the point where it came down to Jordan, the president of the label, making calls and saying, what is the absolute last possible second that we can turn this thing in and still make our release date? I mean, we turned it in at the very, very deadline, even past the deadline.
I wonder if there's anything on the record that like bothers them. Like, to us, you know, the regular average fan, like when we hear the album, we're like, that sounds great. I wonder if there's anything that pisses them off every time they hear the album, something that they feel isn't finished.
We ended up picking Jerry Finn's, and I think that was the official like finish of the record, like the rap.
The question is, are we done? We don't know if we're done. Mark, are we done?
It's never done. That's the answer. It's never done. It's an ongoing process.
You know what half the record is us performing it. When we're done performing it, then it'll be done, like, completely. Stop asking so many questions.
Is it done? It's only started. Coming up next on Album Launch.
we're gonna go buy our record. You gotta do it. You gotta support yourself.
I bought this album on launch day. I did. I got the day it came out. I waited so long.
How's it going? I'm John Norris with an MTV News Brief, where you might want to call him Buck-182, because come November, $1 is all it will cost to catch Blink-182 on a rare club tour.
We are gearing up to trek across the United States and do a bunch of shows that cost $1, which are conveniently overpriced for one of our shows.
And we didn't really want anyone to sponsor.
Considering you don't practice.
Ourselves.
Wow! Today we're rehearsing for the Dollar Bill tour.
We did spend a lot of days for rehearsal for this tour, too.
Yeah.
2 big, long, crazy days. And actually the first day was cut short because we figured that we'd get back to it the second day. But we'll be, you know, I think the tour is like 2 weeks long, and we'll be like kick-ass by the end of week 2.
So I have a bootleg of this tour too.
Boston did our first show.
This is the show, not this show. This is the tour that I told you that had a fucking terrible set list. Not set list, but like, oh my god, it was awful.
Obviously, it's getting closer to the day our record comes out, so everything's more exciting.
I am excited about tonight. I'm very excited to go out and play these new songs, but you never know until you actually walk out on stage if you're going to up or if you're going to be alright or what's going to happen.
I think that we forgot our teleprompters though, so let's hope that I don't forget the lyrics.
That's interesting that he says that, because people were giving shit to Matt Skiba for having a teleprompter. I never noticed Tom having one though.
This is the very first time we ever played this song.
But then again, it's probably because this was for the... Okay, that makes sense. This would have been for the new album. So they had only heard it in the studio, so they haven't fully learned the lyrics yet. So for new songs, so that makes sense.
It'd be different than those shows we just played over in the festival.
See, I'm just thinking out loud. That's all this channel is.
Having explosions and flaming signs and things of that nature. Now you're just gonna have to hear the music.
Tonight's show was a lot of fun. It was a little rusty at some parts. Let's say B-, C+ kind of show.
I think we can be a lot better, and we will be.
I think the set was rad. I just think we have to move quickly.
Yeah.
Because if you grab them by the balls, and then we kind of like, we grab them and then we let them down, and then we grab them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Keep them.
Totally.
2 more shows, it'll be golden.
Hey, we're in New York at Irving Plaza on the Dollar Bill tour, and we just got done sound checking, and we are bullshitting with our friends and getting ready for
First time we ever played in New York was at this venue. We played with an old punk rock band called Fear, and that's what we felt the whole entire time. Why there's skinheads out in the audience that didn't like songs about dicks. But we are here, different songs this time.
We going? Let's do this.
No. I'm gonna stay here. It's you and me now. You're not invited. I gotta go.
Never went to any of these shows. I didn't get to see them until 2009. So happy I was able to though.
Man, I love like.
But I would have loved to have seen them during this era.
Guys, that was really good.
Did you like my jazz on stage?
That was so good.
Oh my god,
where did that come from?
That's cool! This is
That was our end of recording party right there. That was it. That was the one.
Oh man, I watched this live on TV and I recorded it on a VHS tape. I still have the tape. Oh, so I was just there in the living room recording this. I'm sure I probably, like, when it was finished, I probably rewatched it.
New York. MTV, and we are about to perform live on the rooftop of MTV. We get to drive in a 59 Cadillac convertible, which is amazing. I've never even driven a car in New York before.
You guys, MTV and Blink-182 bringing at ya. Spanking new music with.
It's hot up there, man. It's weird, you know what I mean? You can't hear anybody. It's just like kids crawling at you. It's cool though.
Do I get this for free? This is the exact same size of the top of a chair that I usually sit on at home. The chair's like this, and you sit on there, and it gives you the ability to...
He's just trying to entertain himself, really. He doesn't give a fuck.
Whatever, what have you, what have I not? I don't know.
Yeah, it was fun, man. That was a good time. I think we played good too. We usually get really freaked out when we play MTV, but I think there was like good energy with those kids up there, you know?
I'd say it was awesome. I think, well, you see our dollar shows, I think we pretty much...
You know, oh my god, I can't even talk. I found it hilarious when, on the day that the Blink album California came out in 2016. Okay, because on that morning, they were on the Good Morning show, Good Morning America.
I don't really have any
playing
coming out. I'm anxious for it to come out.
Playing two songs on it. And I was just thinking, back when I was a kid, I used to go home from school and watch MTV after school to watch Blink perform. Now I'm getting ready for work and watching Blink on Good Morning America. It's kind of depressing. I'm sure it's crossed their minds as well.
17th of November.
But it's something interesting. Anyway, so I got this the day it came out. I saved my monies in a little box. I even wrote on the box, money for new Blink album. And it was a school day. So I actually made my mom go get it for me while I was at school. And so when she picked me up from school, she had it there, waiting for me. And I unwrapped it really quickly. It was more exciting than undressing a girl. And it was good.
Today. Now's the test. Everyone has a record. We'll see what they say. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to go buy a copy.
Exciting times.
This is my first time seeing my old lady keeps passing by and saying it's so rad.
We're gonna go buy our record. You gotta do it. You gotta support yourself.
Can you imagine going there to the store to get the album and you see them there?
Them all. I really feel like...
Oh my god, he looks like a little mini Tom. Did you see that? Hardcore fan. Although I can't give him shit because I dressed like Mark all the time back then.
He's been really in education. So
I would always... Oh my god.
Excited to find out.
Like, I looked like a mini Mark back then. Spiky hair. Those three eras, the Enema era, the Takeoff era, and this era, when he started doing the whole pink shit, 2004 that time, I just looked like Mark, honestly. Oh man, so sorry I've completely babbled all over the ending bit, but that's fine. I mean, you can find this online. I found it quite easily. It's on YouTube. If you want to watch this without my babbling, you can do so. So, this was obviously just meant for Blink fans. No one's gonna watch this that isn't into Blink or that's not even a little bit curious. And even then, you've probably already seen it anyway. So, this video is basically just, you know, this is a very niche thing. This isn't something that you can convince your friend, hey, Jeff, do you want to watch the making of a Blink-182 album that's about 16, 17 years old? They're going to say no. None of your friends are going to watch this. Or going to want to watch it with you. Unless they're Blink fans too. And that's pretty rare. You know, someone that wants to watch this is going to have a friend that's really into Blink that would also want to watch this. At least that's rare for me. I've only ever watched this alone. So this is basically just like, hey, you want to pretend you have a friend for a good 45 minutes? Let's watch this together. I'll provide commentary. And if you say anything, I'll just completely ignore you. So that's what this was. So I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. like I said, I didn't talk as much as I usually do during these. This is my first Blink commentary that I've done. Mostly on this channel, it's just been a bunch of 9 Inch Nails content, or, well, pretty much that's it. It's been 9 Inch Nails stuff. But I am going to add some more Blink to the channel too, because I like Blink. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I hope you'll check out some of the other trash on my channel. I do some more commentaries, but I also have some original Blink content. Like, look at that. That video there. That's Blink stuff. Look at that one. That's more Blink. And that one there, that's just a random thing. I don't know why I put that there, but I did. But I appreciate you watching this with me, and I hope you'll join me for something else. Thank you very much, and bye for now.